Hi and welcome everybody. Welcome to a new episode of Fresh Jazzy Sounds. In this video I will be sharing freshly released jazz albums that I've been spinning lately. And of course I will also be needle dropping the records. So first let's put the needle in the groove. And we start off with Oiro Pena, which is a Finnish band, and you get that typical Finnish jazz that we love. It's really closely related to the jazz made in the 60s, but also modernized to the current era, and that gives the music a beautiful blend. The album, as you can see, it's their second album. It's done again Jamaican style. It means they are recycling old records. I don't know if you can see it, but they just put it inside out. This was originally an album by Lee Haywood, and it gives really the albums by Oiro Pena a really special vibe. You recognize them immediately. It's nice that they put in the extra work. It also shows that it is limited quantity, although I think there are still made something like 300 or 500 copies of this album. Now I will sample the first track. For the next album we go to Holland, my home country. We go also back to the 70s, although Holland is not that familiar for its fusion albums in the 60s and the 70s. It is that way, it's extra nice that 678 Records, which is also a label from the Netherlands, is really digging up old tapes of music that has never been released or released in low quantities. This is an album by Third Eye. Sorry for the very bright colors, sound cycles. This album or this music has never been released. It was recorded. It was one of the very first recordings by Third Eye. They put in, together with the album, a booklet, of course, explaining a lot of what was happening, which is a really nice touch. I will not go into detail, but just if you're looking at the photos, and that's usually when I get something like this, a booklet, I go and check out the photos. They tell sometimes even more as the words that has been written inside. Here also you have Jan Houts, who is doing the piano. You have, what was the name of the drummer? Leon Ruiter is the drummer. And you have the guitar, and he also plays the sitar on this album, is John Schuursma. I believe the first were Leo and John who met first, and later on Jan Houts, the piano player, keyboard player, joined them. You get that really unique mix of fusion. It's a little bit still on the psychedelic side, or you get that mix that the piano is more jazzy, the sitar and the guitar sounds make it more psychedelic, and the drummer really gives it the groove, and that gives it a really, I love this sound. For the next album we move back to the current era, or it was the end of 2021. This album got released. It's by Bryant, a name I was not familiar with.
This world
It's contemporary soul, contemporary funk music in the beginning. I believe the hype sticker says that this is his first album. I don't know if that's true, but it says the singer, writer and composer Teddy Bryant releases his first album, a dreamy concept, and it's going back to the sounds of Prince, Marvin Gaye, Sade and Michael McDonald. It is a little bit more R&B side, but that's why I call it more contemporary funk. I don't know if there are many releases in this category. I mean, how often do you hear this kind of music from vinyl? It's smooth. So in a sense they are right. It is going back to the Marvin Gaye sound of the 70s. But it's also got other touches and mixes in the sound of the music. And this is really a late night record that you can just enjoy.
Constantly I'm thinking about the time we met. You walked up my dreams, girl. I like your silhouette. Captured my attention. Oops, did I say that out loud? You can be my vanity. I'll be your cloud crowd. It's cold at night without someone to love. We left with no goodbyes. Your memories are too old. I rarely think of anyone as much as I do you. When I'm in my room alone, I still smell your perfume.
And if you hear this kind of sound, it is only a small step to go to the soul of the 70s. And I rarely buy compilations. Usually when I do it because I like the songs or they're unique, or you can only get a single, or you have deep pockets. Usually I'm disappointed in the sense that the songs don't mix. There's one strong song and the others is different. On this one, no way. I am blown away by this compilation. And I don't know if the needle drops can really show it, or give you the sense how nicely put together this album is. It's Swave Villi, independent soul from 1971 to 1984. It is really a wide variety of soul music, but the way, and I don't know who put it together, is it mentioned somewhere? I can't see it immediately, but for example, this Nature's Choice, Never Get a Chance, they came out of a Budweiser Showdown competition, not familiar with it. This is the original mix, I don't know what it means, but they clearly put in the work and dug this up. It's, for example, this one is from, let me double check, 1984. And I will now sample the next song, which is by Anyone's You Got That Right, and that is from the summer of 1971. And it's amazing, it's for the whole compilation, it fits really well together.
The thing that lasts shines so bright. You've got it right, you've got that right. They say there's nothing she can do for you, not even if she wanted to. Love is the thing that lasts, shines so bright. You've got it right, you've got that right.
And all the music, it sounds familiar, but I don't think that any of the songs on the album I ever heard before or I was familiar with. It is, and still when you play it, it feels like the perfect radio show on the radio, where they really put in something together. I can't say how much I love this. What did I put with the cover? Sorry. How much I love this compilation. It's really, really good. Next we go back to an album from 1921. It's called International FM, relating to the radio show. Only FM is not for the frequency of the radio, it stands for Funk Machine. So it is International Funk Machine, Duoya. An album done by two people, I believe from Sweden, but I have forgotten if it's true or Denmark. At least, let me rephrase it. Album from Scandinavia, the north of Europe. We know one side of the band is Gustav Horney. He does a more free jazz side, where he is a one-man band, but he can play a lot of instruments. He is now joined by Dimitros Karatsios, again butchering names, excuse me. He put in the synth and the more funky vibe to the music, but you get this really nice mix of instrumental songs that really cross over between funk and jazz, and that's why I play them during the fresh Jazzy Sounds sessions. It's amazing how much music has been released in the northern part of Europe, especially this kind of jazz music that crosses over. It's really unique. You don't see that either, or I'm not aware of other places in the world where this is released. Again, an album from Northern Europe, a beautiful album. It has been released at the summer of 2022, so it's very fresh, by Misha Panfilov. The Sea Will Outlive Us All. This is, you cannot say that every time, but this is Misha Panfilov's best album till now. In the sense, it is moody, it is inspiring, it's his solo. It is also really close to nature, this one. It's inspired by fresh sea air, chilly walks on the beach, summery sunsets. It mixes all the qualities, all the creativity Misha has is from Estland, and puts it into one album. And this is an album, I only got it recently, 2 weeks ago, but I spin it almost every day, because there is something very relaxing, very warm and very peaceful about this album, why I like it so much. Something I forgot to mention, if you're looking for this album, I don't know if it's easy to find, because it is released on his own label, Mirage Records. But I believe Funk Night Records in the US is also stocking them, and you can buy them directly from them. The next album is by a Belgian artist. In the same way, it has that kind of ambient feel to it. Still, it's very jazz orientated. It's by Nala Sinephro. I don't know how to pronounce it. Page 1.8. This is the repress. I think originally it was released in end of 2020, beginning of 2021. Completely missed it. Still, till the moment everybody was talking about it, and I think I missed something, and I did. This is like the album before by Misha, very peaceful. There's a certain warmth, as you can hear as he plays the harp, and it is an album that you really have to experience. I hope you enjoyed these jazzy tunes. If you want to see more, subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. See you next time.